This is not my kitchen. What's going on? Good morning. How you doing? It's Wednesday. I thought I would do one of these while we were out. Oh, it's Tuesday. Is it Tuesday? This is what happens. I think today's Tuesday, but I thought I would do one of these while we were down here in Florida, in New Smyrna. I picked up 2 coffees that I could find. The Bones Coffee Company said that they were in like 300 Publix down here in Florida now being sold, and apparently the 3 that we have gone to are not part of the 300. So, which, you know, makes sense. 300, very selective. So what we're going to do is we're just going to do this really quick, and I don't know, see what else happens. I've got my portable silent vortex, which will only do grind down to filter coffee. So, and I've got this wonderful kettle here that is electric that has probably convinced me to go electric, because this is pretty cool. I'll probably want a gooseneck one though. What we do is we start it. The temperature is set to 205. Right now it's at 86 degrees. It will boil. So much more simpler than turning around and putting on a gas stove. All right, now I've got these 2 here. I will say I've gotten through this one. It's fine. What's the full name? Whip that out here. Wicked Joe Organic Coffees. The amount of pre-ground coffee in the grocery stores is obscene. And it's very limited to find, to find anything that's whole bean. And I probably could have just gone pre-ground, but I drug this all the way down here. I'm going to use it. So this one I can say is fine for coffee. I do not get sweet and seductive. This has not tantalized me in any way, shape, or form. Probably will never get it again. However, it's not bad coffee. It's just coffee. This one, I was very dismayed to find out did not taste like turtles. It is, however, smooth, bright, and welcoming. It's just something about a coffee that says that it's welcoming. It is 2 beans out of 5, which means to them it's a medium roast. They have a serving suggestion, but since we're doing the AeroPress, serving suggestion doesn't really matter that much. I know how to fill these things up. I mean, here it's boiling, or getting hot, 124 degrees. See, the temperature's right there. I'm getting one of these. You've not seen me grind with this grinder yet. This was the first electric grinder I bought. I have a manual grinder at home. It is difficult. It is more like a pepper mill. I put beans in one point and the gears started to grind, and then it wouldn't turn. The handle would turn, but the burrs wouldn't turn. So, and not great. So this Silent Vortex by Krups, it's good for filter coffee. What we do is, I've got this little button. It's very quiet. I pulse it twice, and then I'll grab it, hold it, and shake it to get all the beans ground up and all of its parts. Give it a tap, and there we go. It's not bad. It's a good grind. We're gonna do this with our AeroPress because it was thin and I was able to get it into the luggage. Coffee cups. These coffee cups are really nice. Matt complained that there were coffee grinds on one of them when it was put back, and that may have been my fault. I didn't say anything. All right, so we'll, the downside, a lot of mess. Lid, a lot of mess. Because it's like a double wall, a lot of grinds get behind there, and it's really hard to dry. Usually it takes about 3 days for this to dry out. And then in here, yeah, it's just, it's messier than my burr grinder at home, but it'll do. 185. And then the dosing cup's not perfect either. Kind of gotta round your stuff to get it in and not spill it everywhere like that. And in my coffee cup, I'm sure. Oh yeah, that's gonna taste great. All right, so that's plenty. You can see I've got it filled up to the bottom of the cup here. Ooh, and we're hot, look at that. This thing also has a steep function because there's a tea thingy that goes in the middle of it. So I will be looking really hard when we get back on electric kettles, because this is just cool. I have made the mess of the week here. Oh goodness. Probably also be looking into one of these things that go across the sink here as a holder. That's pretty cool. I like that. All right, and this holds it at the temperature, which is really nice. Let's clean everything off here. Right into the sink. This house has been nice. Save for one thing, and you know us Ohio people that are kind to others. Our bed broke. We went to sleep the first night, tossed once to go onto my side, and then his side of the bed, the slats that were underneath his side busted in half. His feet were up in the air. Oh, it was very frightening and very funny. So, yeah. So they came and they fixed it. However, that night we moved the mattress to the floor and just came to the conclusion that it was better on the floor because the frame is a wooden frame, and every time moved around it squeaked. I will say that they did fix it properly. What was in there before were, I don't even know if it was an inch thick strip of plywood. Not meant to hold two fully grown individuals, but they replaced it with a nice couple solid 2x4s. So I'm sure the next set of people that sit in there will have a nice night's sleep, minus the squeaking. But yeah, so we've moved the mattress to the floor. It's the exact same thing because we're basically sleeping on a sheet of plywood anyway. So now we're on the floor and I have to work really hard to get up. All right, so no fancy pants here. We're gonna fill her up. I'm gonna fill it up to the top. Boy, I love this electric kettle. It pours really nicely too, but like I said, I'm gonna work towards getting a gooseneck one. I just need to find a video of good gooseneck kettles. Put our stopper on and we'll let it steep. Does this have a timer on it? Okay, oh, there is a little bit of a timer, but it's, you know, it's not meant for that. It's meant for the tea thing, but you know what? We'll go until about 3 minutes on this. But yeah, it's been an eventful thing. I don't think there's been well, I think last night nothing happened, but I think it was the first night that really nothing came down. The other house we were staying at had 2 carbon monoxide detectors where the batteries were going bad. So they started beeping at about 1 o'clock in the morning each. He tore one down with a screwdriver, and then the other one he was able to silence with the interior alarm system. So that was good. But otherwise, last night was uneventful, which was good. Except sleeping on that floor and that mattress is not the greatest thing in the world. Whoa. One thing I will be glad to get when I get home is back in my own bed. But we are having a wonderful time. Spent last night, I think I was out on that beach for about an hour and a half in the dark. I had my cigar, said hello to all of my friends, and called Ryan, and just had my own little pity party out on the beach, which was nice, necessary, and needed. I mean, it has been not a great March when it comes to mental health. And I know for a lot of people that's also true. And I'm very sorry about that. But so this morning I feel really good, other than there being the cottoniest cotton taste in or feel in my mouth. I brushed my teeth when I got home. The funny thing about cigars and me is that I try not to do them, and the only reason I do them is because my friend Clayton bought a box of cigars to a cabin trip one day, and that was my first one, and it was like, wow, this makes me feel really funny and good in a way that alcohol does not. And I learned that if I wait about 6 or 7 months until the next one, that carries over. Don't smoke, by the way. Cigarettes, vaping, bad for you. Anyway, public service announcement. So I'm going to press this through nice and gently. Nice even pressure. You don't want to use any more than just slight pressure, otherwise it's going to squirt out the sides and get all over your nice yellow Hawaiian shirt. That is not Hawaiian, but I don't judge. So anyway, yeah, I was out on the beach about an hour and a half, got my pants soaked, had a nice buzz going. Pretty great, pretty fantastic. Sang some songs to myself into the ocean. Who doesn't want to do that? A couple Jimmy Buffetts, couple Annie Lennoxes, you know, just the usual, what everybody else does, I'm sure. Just shouting it right to the ocean. Nobody can hear you 5 feet away because of that roar of that ocean. Plus there wasn't anybody out there, and I'm pretty sure I scared away a couple people because they were like walking, and then I think one stopped to see what I was doing because I was watching the ocean with a decent sized cigar in my hand, and they're like, oh my God, is he smoking pot on the beach? I'm sure that's what they were thinking. I don't know if that's what they were thinking, but I'm pretty sure that's what they were thinking. All right, so this is what we roast, or we ground up here. Smooth, bright, and welcoming. There are no tasting notes on here. It is Best By because it was bought in a grocery store, August of 23. So did this one have? No, this one also had a Best By date, which is next year, which I think is very optimistic. So, but yeah, I had this one. We bought this one when we got here. I had this one at the other house, which is why it's basically empty. And it's been good. It was pretty good. It's not my stuff that I have at home, but you know, and it's nice that it doesn't have any tasting notes because you don't have any preconceived notions on what this is going to be like. It smells pretty good. I mean, it's coffee. It has that nice baked pretzel taste, which a lot of people find off-putting, but I actually kind of like that. It is welcoming. We're gonna have an argument. We're gonna have an argument. It's supposed to be organic, which I don't know if that actually really means a whole heck of a lot. I mean, this one says non-GMO protected, projects verified. It says it's organic and it's fair trade, which, you know, that says a lot more to me about this than just USDA organic says here. So, I mean, but it is done in Charleston, which is kind of nice. And this one, where does it say this one is done? Maine. Oh, Maine. Go Maine. Congratulations. You win. Oh, yeah. Let's go look at the pool real quick. Hang on, I'm going to adjust you. That's the pool area. The kids are out playing. Oh, well, have a good morning. Thank you for your patience. When I get back home, I'm going to start doing I'm halfway into the next shelf, so we'll get to that. We'll also start up more coffee stuff. I just needed my batteries recharged. Anyway, have a good morning. Thanks for watching, and we'll check back in with you Monday. Have a good day. Bye.